Why am I always the backup plan and not the first choice? I want to feel valued and important, not just an option. A while back, my friend Jake met a girl, Carla. Initially, they really hit it off and things seemed great. But after a few weeks, Jake sensed something wasn't right. Every time he tried to plan a date, Carla had an excuse. She was either too busy with work or had plans with friends. Sure, people are busy, but Carla kept postponing their dates. Jake felt like he was just filling in her free time. This all became clear one Friday night. Jake had planned a dinner at a rooftop restaurant, hoping to really connect with her. He was prepared to open up, thinking they could overcome the rough patch. However, just 2 hours before, Carla messaged that she was delayed at work and couldn't attend. To add insult to injury, Jake discovered from friends that she was at a bar with others. This realization deeply hurt him, showing he was only an option for her, not a priority. Jake approached me once, asking for guidance on his situation. Here's what I told him, and it applies to any guy in the same boat. When you're dating, if you're not the top pick, you're just a backup. There's nothing in between. However, if you're in this position, don't worry. I've got a straightforward, bold guide that will elevate you from a woman's maybe to her absolutely. First step, notice the signs. Do you feel like you're just fitting into her schedule when it suits her? That's a warning sign. It's more than just a routine goodnight text. It's about recognizing your own worth and not being just an add-on in her life. You deserve to be a priority, not an afterthought. A man with self-respect won't accept being just a background figure for long. Reflect on this truth, understand its meaning, because realizing it is your first step to changing the situation. Step 2. Give and take. Time to face the truth. Women can be just as calculating as men. This isn't a game where only you make moves. You're investing effort, showing her care, and spending your time, but she's barely giving anything back. This isn't just a poor deal. It's teaching her that she can do minimal and still receive. It creates a risky situation where she sees she doesn't have to try hard. You're increasing her perceived value without getting anything in return. Your effort isn't paying off. What's the solution? Either make sure your efforts are equally met or walk away from this uneven exchange. You wouldn't continue investing in something that gives nothing back, right? Apply that thinking here. Either balance the emotional input or stop the loss. It's that straightforward. Step 3. Put yourself first. You want to be the center of her attention, right? For that, you need to change your mindset. It's not about ignoring some of her calls or saying no to last-minute plans. It's about the vibe you give off, the confidence you show the moment you enter a room. Aim for an aura that draws her in, that makes her feel she might lose her balance if she's not attentive. Change the dynamic so you're not always the one who's instantly available. Live a life so rich and purposeful that she wonders if she's really part of your world. When she realizes your focus has shifted away from her, you'll capture her interest. You go from being an add-on to a vital part of her life, something she fears losing. Step 4. Introduce unpredictability. Familiarity breeds contempt is not just a phrase, it's a proven psychological concept. This means what was once exciting becomes dull and predictable. If you're the guy using the same lines and methods, you're heading towards being forgettable. To change this, add some surprise, do things differently, keep her guessing. Be unpredictable in your interactions, making her curious about your next move. You want to be the riddle she can't solve, the mystery she's eager to understand. Balance being an open book and a hidden secret. By adding this sense of mystery, you ensure you're not just another guy to her, but the one she can't get out of her head. This is how you move from being optional to important. Step 5. Value yourself. A common mistake men make is to lay everything out for her from the start, often getting nothing in return. His often comes down to not understanding the power of scarcity. It's not just about being less available time-wise, but also emotionally. The less you freely give your time and attention, the more she'll start to see how much she wants and needs them. You don't need to declare this change, let it be felt. Gradually reduce how much you invest your emotions and time. As she notices their absence, she'll begin to question her feelings and see you as a prize to be won. This shift to being less available should dawn on her, making her realize your true worth. Then, she'll start to value and treat you as the top quality man you are. Step 6. Set your boundaries. This is crucial. Having boundaries doesn't mean you're closing off emotions. It means establishing the rules of interaction. This is about your self-respect. You're not a doormat to be walked over. Make her think and wonder about your whereabouts, what you're doing, and who's enjoying your company. This isn't playing games. It's about engaging her mind. In our instant access world, making someone miss you becomes a strategic move. It's time to bring this element into your dating life. Your absence should prompt her to reconsider how she values your presence. By setting these boundaries and creating a bit of mystery, she starts to perceive you as someone she might lose. This shift in understanding alters the power dynamic. The genius of this approach is it generates a sense of urgency in her feelings. She begins to see you as a priority, not an option, someone she can't afford to take for granted. The potential threat of losing something often makes it seem more valuable. Step 7. Display your worth. Being a man of exceptional quality makes you truly irreplaceable. If you're consistently reliable and your wisdom is undeniable, she won't just pause, she'll reconsider her entire approach. You're more than a rare catch. You're the transformative element in her life, taking it from plain to remarkable. The thought of losing you becomes unthinkable for her. She won't see you as merely someone she's dating. You're the man who brings depth, stability, and significance to her existence. Impress upon her the deep impact of your potential absence. Make her understand how deeply she would miss you if you were gone. Step 8. Stay true to yourself. Always be authentic. It's important to be real and not change your core values and personality to impress someone. When you're genuine, you attract people who appreciate the real you. If you're pretending, you might catch someone's attention temporarily, but it's not sustainable. Being true to yourself ensures that the person you're with likes you for who you are, not who you pretend to be. This authenticity makes your presence more valuable and your character more appealing. Step 9. Grow your interests and passions. Have your own hobbies and passions. A man who is passionate about his own life is attractive. It shows you have a world beyond dating, making you more interesting and appealing. When you have your own interests, you bring more to the table than just your presence. You become someone with stories to tell, experiences to share, and passions to teach. This makes you more than just a date. It makes you someone who adds value to her life in unique ways. Plus, it keeps you happy and fulfilled, which is attractive in itself. And there you have it, a strategy to go from just another guy to the man she can't ignore. It's not enough to just know these steps. You have to embody them. Regarding my friend's story, Carla started feeling his absence. She began sending more texts and calls, and her attitude changed from casual to excited, asking for meetings and chats. However, Jake had already adjusted his mindset. He recognized his worth and wasn't prepared to be a secondary choice anymore. So, that's it for this time. Until next time.